701 Max, what's up YouTube? We back with another banger. Today we're going to talk about one thing and one thing only. We're going to talk about the number one reason why artists' numbers keep going up, keep going down, and they can't collect all their fans and keep them in one place to make sure that they're getting consistent streams and viewership on all of their videos. So let's just get into it, man. Let's get straight to the gems. So I want to talk about the impact this is having on you guys. If you, for example, are continuing to put out music, right, but you don't have a mechanism in place in order to collect the fans and the people who you've been trying so hard to get in front of, you have what's called a leaky bucket. You got a hole in the bottom of your bucket. So every time you try and fill it up with water, it's going straight to the floor. So you're basically working for no reason. Because if you're trying to go to the river, fill your bucket up with water, come back home, by the time you get home, you're going to have no water in your bucket. So today I'm going to talk about the 3 buckets you can use to fill up with your fans to make sure that every single time that you put out music, all your old people from all your old drops are going to be able to tune in. They're not going to miss your new drop. They're not going to be like, oh shit, I didn't even see you post that. I didn't hear you put out the music, right? Because even me, with so much artists that I listen to nowadays, like music will come out and I'll be like, I didn't even know that song came out. When did they drop? Like, I just didn't know. I was out of the loop. I was like, what the fuck? Right? I would have listened to that like first week, but I wasn't informed. And one of the reasons for this is because a lot of artists rely on Instagram and TikTok to get their music to their fans. The algorithms on these platforms are kind of wishy-washy. They're pushing content that keeps people on the platform. So if you don't make the best content for that rollout, for this specific song, it's not gonna get in front of the people that it needs to be. And if you only post a few times or even once, you just drop one out now post, the chances that your entire audience are gonna see it is really low, right? So how do we solve this? The 3 buckets, right? The 3 buckets. It's really 5 buckets, but I'm gonna call it 3 because I'm gonna give you 3 buckets that people probably haven't been telling you that much about and how to use them properly. The first bucket, custom audiences. What is a custom audience? A custom audience is an audience that you can create on the Facebook Ads Manager. Now remember, Facebook owns Instagram, so Instagram ads are controlled through the Facebook Ads Manager on a high level. You can do it in your phone, but if you want to do it properly, you got to go on the Facebook Ad Manager. A custom audience is an audience of people that you can target with your ads, and it's custom because it's based on past interactions that they did with you, past engagement. So what we can do, we can target people for so many different things. You can target people who just engaged with your profile or viewed your profile within the past year. There's so much different things. I don't want to get into it all right now. But what we're going to do, what I like to do, is target people who viewed at least 50% of your content. When I say 50%, I mean of a specific video or videos that you add into the custom audience to be segmented, right? So you can say, for this example, we're just gonna choose every video you posted on your Instagram page that has to do with your music. We're gonna take all those and we're gonna select them and add them to your custom audience. And we're gonna add a filter. The filter is gonna say, we only want people who watched at least 50% of any one of these videos to be into this audience. Or we can take it a step further. We can say, we only want people who watch at least 75% of one of these videos to be in this custom audience. We can take it a step further and say, we only want people who watch at least 95% of any one of these videos in this audience. So what does that do for you? These are engaged people. Most people who see your content don't watch even close to half the video. A lot of people don't know that if someone watches 2 seconds of your reel or your video on Instagram, it counts as a view. So you have 100,000 views. How many of those people do you think only watch 2 seconds of that video? The number is high. But if that's a minute-long video, right, and we're targeting people who only watch 30 seconds or 45 seconds or 50 seconds of the video, we know that we're targeting the people who are actually engaged. And once they're in this audience, we can run ads and reach them again to send them to your next drop, to send them to your merch, to send them to whatever, your shows, your tickets, whatever, right? We just know we can get them again. So whatever content we have to push whatever we're pushing, we can show it to these people. That was bucket number 1. Bucket number 2, pixel. You probably heard a lot about Facebook pixels. They have them on TikTok as well, Snapchat as well. They have one for YouTube on Google that you can use. Now, what they are is just basically a way to track actions people take on your landing page, on your website, whatever. So for example, for you, real simple, it's gonna be your link in bio. You have the link in your bio or maybe a link in your ad, and it shows people all the platforms that they can listen to your music on. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, SoundCloud, whatever. If you have a pixel on the page, when they get to that page and they click a button, so they say they click Spotify and they get sent over to Spotify to stream, we can target the people who click that button or any of the buttons. And then they're gonna be in an audience. So we can put them into a custom audience and then we can target them as well. So we can not only target people who are engaged with your content and viewed it, we can also target people who actually clicked the link in your bio and run ads back to them to say, hey, you clicked on the link last time to listen to my last song, come and listen to my next song. A lot of people aren't telling you to use pixels in this way. They're telling you to get your pixels so you can do conversion ads, right? Which is cool, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? They do work, but you have to have data built up in your pixel first, which you have to have regardless anyways for my strategy. But I'm just saying, that's one strategy that everyone's talking about, but everyone's not talking about how you can simply just retarget those people and show them your next release or your merch or whatever, right? Next, that was bucket number 2. Now we're gonna move to bucket number 3. Now this is gonna be, it can be a general strategy, but I'm gonna make it specific and show you how I do it. The general strategy is community. You've heard of community before. Everyone's talking about get a Discord group, collect emails, collect SMS, make it grouped. They have an app called Grouped you guys can check out where you can make a fan community. You know, whatever. It's like a fan club community, a group where your fans can congregate. They can either pay or join for free. You collect their information. You can have them hanging out in there. Now, the reason why you have to be super smart when you do something like this is because you're gonna have a few obstacles. Obstacle number 1, when you have a fan community, you have to make sure that you keep the people in the community engaged. So you're gonna have to be in there often, posting, and have some kind of engagement strategy for them. Number 2, something called platform adoption. You're gonna have to get people to physically leave whatever they're doing on their phone or their computer to log in and check on your fan community and actually go in there on a consistent basis and be active in there, right? So that is a hard thing in itself, getting people to actually show up. They might sign up, they might even pay, but to get them to keep coming back and make it a habit is a whole different story. It's gonna be another challenge. The next challenge is actually having email and SMS strategy. A lot of people collect emails. You might have 500, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 emails, whatever, but you're not actually sending them any messages. You have people's phone numbers, you're not texting them. So there's a lot of upkeep when it comes to having that kind of community. And there's also a learning curve and a strategy necessary to get people to actually use your platform, your community platform. This is how I solve that problem. You're gonna make a private Instagram page, right? You're gonna post all your behind the scenes stuff on there, all the stuff you don't want to post on your main page. Just post. You're not trying to grow by making viral reels. You're just posting for people who really care about it. How do you get people into that? You're gonna get people from your custom audiences in your pixel. You're gonna run a story ad. It's gonna be simply like, hey, what's going on, y'all? Like, you're seeing this ad because you're one of my most engaged supporters. I built something special for you guys. When you guys tap in my private Instagram account, all you gotta do is fill out a quick couple information and join the gang. Click the link in the video, or just DM me this keyword and we'll get you over there. And they click the link, and then they're gonna simply fill out their name, their email, their phone number, and the city they're from. And then once they fill that in, boom, they get access to the private Instagram page, right? And I know we talked about collecting emails and SMS, but you're gonna need those. But for now, we wanna talk about this Instagram page because it's gonna be easy for you because you already use Instagram. You already have content that you don't wanna post, that you don't want to use. Post on your private page. It's going to be easy for them because they're already on Instagram. So now post is going to show up on their feed from your private account. They're going to feel that connection. They're going to feel special. Number 2, you're going to have less people on this account than your main account. So every time someone follows you on this private account, you can add them into your close friends. So when you post on your story, you're going to get bumped up to the front of their stories because they remember your close friends. You're going to skip everybody else and get to the front of the line. They see you first. You're also going to be able to email them and text them if you have time, if you have a strategy for that, right? That's really dope because now you have this private Instagram account and you have access to these people. And it's different than collecting phone numbers and emails alone because you can go onto their Instagram page and you can look at their posts, see what they're like, You can literally look at your, like, this is one of my fans. Look at his page, look at his post. It gives you a lot of data, a lot of information if you think about it. You know their name, you can shoot them a DM. You have direct access to these people on social media now, right? You can do a lot with that, right? Because now you have stuff to market. If you have 2,000 people following your private Instagram account and you like, yo, I have 2,000 t-shirts to sell, who are you gonna go and sell it to? Go hit your private Instagram account. You have their phone numbers too. You have their emails too. And you know what city they live in. Oh, you wanna go do a show, you know what city they're at, right? So that's the third bucket, your private Instagram account. It's a community, but it's a community in a way that works for artists better than a lot of what these people are showing you. That's basically it. Those are the three buckets: your custom audience, your pixel, and your private Instagram community. And you also have the bonuses, SMS and email. If you want to drop a song and you have all these 5 things going for you, there's no way you can tell me that you can't find the people who listened to your last song and got them to listen to your next song. So now what's going to happen? Your numbers are going to be far more consistent, right? And you're going to be building a fan base so you can track. I got 10,000 people in my custom audience for my video views. I got 5,000 people who clicked on my pixel, right? I got 1,000 people in my private Instagram account, and I got 1,000 phone numbers, and I got 1,000 emails. Bruh, that's your fan base. You have a quantifiable fan base. And then you can go look at your Spotify monthly listeners, you can go look at your Instagram followers and whatever. You have all these metrics to show where your people are at, and you have ability to connect with them, which is the most important part. If that was Jules, if that's gonna help you grow in your music career, subscribe so I can keep making more content. Give me a like, and I want you to comment. Comment something thoughtful. I'm gonna answer every comment under this video. Comment something that came up in your head that you think might be a challenge for you when trying to implement this, so I can make a video and show you how to solve that problem. Say for example, oh man, how do I get people to get into my private Instagram, or what do I post on it? Whatever you guys are thinking that you might have trouble with or trying to implement this strategy, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video about how to solve that problem, right? So I'm engaged with every one of you guys. Thank you for watching. Tap in. We got 2 videos a week coming every single week, and see y'all in the next one. Let's go.
Robinson gets the first hit off 4. It's a homer into the left field stand.